Well, hello, friends. We're back. It's another rainy day here in Central Florida, and we're doing a feeding. Now, today, we're splitting this cheese container, previously frozen and now defrosting, between the three layers that are being fed. This is just going to give you guys an update. This is tier 3. I've pretty much had it open most of the week. Worms, and I've been trying to aggravate the area every time I'm on the phone or just in the area to try and maybe I'll pick some of the the little nibbles of food that are in here out. But it's going really well, and this is also helping dry it out a little bit. We can see right here there's an egg, a little cocoon here, and there's plenty of worms in here. But I think we're getting pretty close to being, I think, I don't want to say done, but at the point where, there's only so much more that they're going to do themselves. So I want to probably harvest this week, maybe. We'll see where life takes us. What was that yawn? Hey, well, Wally. Wally's here to join us. So we're just gonna call this layer done for now, and we're gonna put it on the floor, and then we'll start taking. We got a pit. Yep, pit of something. We'll start taking the tiers out and start feeding. So of the active layers, I think this tier 4 has the fewest worms in it, so it'll probably get the smallest feeding. But I wrote that I got some apple cores and some grapes last week. I see the apple core. I don't want to scrape too hard in here. Okay, they're still working on it. Nope, we're not going to feed them anymore. They got plenty of food they're supposed to be working on. I think, let's see, I'm just kind of looking around the edges here to see if there's more worms. There's some here and there, but there's not a lot. It's definitely castings. I'm gonna just take a minute here and look at my notes. So considering this is our oldest active tier, which is obviously why there is this many castings in here that we can see at the bottom, what I want to do is, I don't want to starve this tier, but if there's already not a lot of food in here, there's not a lot of worms in here, there's not a lot of processing, maybe this is the one that we start the starve on, and then we let them migrate up if they so choose. They can go down there if they want, but there's not a lot of, there's worms in here, but there's not too many worms in here. So I guess we are starving. We are starving tier 4 now, because once that other tier, what was it, tier 3 or whatever, that we just checked on, let's say we harvest that this week, we'll restart that soon. So this will be the next one due. And there's not, it's not like there's a tremendous amount of bedding or anything in here anyways. So I guess this is officially it. We're going to start the starve on 4. All right, so let's see how tier 1 is doing. It's clearly, I know this isn't where I fed them last time, but it's very empty right here, so it just looks suspicious. I'm just kind of poking around. There's plenty of bedding in here. Not seeing any. I've seen a lot of worms. I've seen a few. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, I see why. I see. So okay. So this is tier 1, and we fed them in the back right corner last week. Ooh. Look at them warming away in there. Okay. Well, I didn't expect anything crazy. It is interesting. You guys can see that little thing they're worming around. That's cool. I'm not sure what that is. Very cool, though. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cover this up. But this is a little bit of a stinkier bin or smell, because I had fed the Brussels sprouts. So this is all of the Brussels sprouts from the hummus container last time. So I'm going to put a little extra bedding in just to cover that up. In fact, I might just put bedding down over here, and then this area looked a little light over here. We'll just put that in. And then I think that should be okay, and it'll help counter some of the smells. And then just for funsies, we'll add in a tea bag. We haven't been adding them in as much lately, but if you guys have, haven't been watching or missed it, I got a whole bunch of tea bags that had expired or gone molding a little bit, and so I am working them in to the bag, or to the system a little bit. I pulled the tag off. There's like the tiniest little staple I'm not really worried about, but we're just gonna throw a tea bag in, just freshen it up a little bit. Hey Moose, you helping? Yeah. And I'm writing notes and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go help myself. Yeah. Hey yo, what's our worms doing today? Thankfully, I don't think there's anything here Moose is gonna want to grab out of there. So we live another day, worms. Actually, I don't think he was going for the worms. I think he was going for the old food, but nevertheless, I guess no feeding today in tier 1. Let's check the next tier. So that brings us to tier 2, which I think of all of the active tiers is probably the most densely populated. And so I wrote down that they got bananas and grapes down the middle. So we're gonna check them out. What you doing, Moose? What you doing? Okay. All right, we're gonna check. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just pull this to the side. I'm trying to be gentle. Okay. All right, I think I see. Okay, that looks like one grape. Okay, well, they have grapes in here. So they haven't really finished. They don't want to add more just yet because there is quite a bit of grapes. And I know there's more worms in here than the other tier, but you know what? We're not feeding this tier. They have food. I could put more food in, but as you guys have noticed the last few weeks, we've been moving a lot of worms out to our new urban worm bag. So that is kind of changing how much and how regularly we're feeding our hot frog. So we're just kind of getting used to that schedule. So now we know feeding sizes are going to go way down. So I guess we don't feed anything this week, or at least not the hot frog, not today. I just looked over and picked this off the floor. Moose, I don't know if you guys can tell, cleaned it off for me. But there's no real mess on the floor from that today, because obviously this has been drying out quite a bit. So I guess that's it. This was unexpected in many ways, but I guess not terrible. I'm gonna go ahead then, since I have the food out and defrosted, I'm gonna go check on our urban worm bag outside, because technically today is about day 6 of tomorrow would have been day 7, I believe. From there, well, probably close. I think you know what, tomorrow might be day 6. Today might be only day 5, but we'll go check and see, because they got one hummus container. So I'm gonna go check on them. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you want to see when I actually feed the worms, what it looks like, make sure to check out the playlist at the end of this video. You'll see all the feedings for the last year and change in this hot frog, from beginning to a fuller tier to a mid-grade tier. So if you want to check it out, I got you.